What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we have the June 2025 Tulsa International Airport update for you all. I hope each and one of you are all excited for today's video, as today we have a massive Tulsa update in store for you all. We have near record capacity for the month of June, and overall it's just going to be an awesome update. We have so much going on, and there's going to be no shortage of excitement here in today's airport update. So we're not going to waste any further time, everybody. We have a bunch to talk about today. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started, everybody. Starting over here at gate B1, we have the Southwest Boeing 737 MAX 8. This aircraft is currently going to be heading over to Dallas Love Field today after coming in from St. Louis. So fundamental routes that continue to go strong here for TUL, and of course we love to see that. So very happy to get into that today. Our next aircraft is going to be this Boeing 737-700. This aircraft is currently coming in from Denver, and now it's going to be heading over to Austin. So more routes that have continued to develop, these being more recent routes. So of course we'd love to see that. Denver being established for a long time, Austin only about 3 years now. So looking very sharp. Here at gate B5, we have the Southwest Boeing 737-700. This aircraft is currently getting ready to head over to Nashville today after coming in from Orlando. So relatively new routes here for sure, especially Nashville. This is month number 3, and it's been performing very well. So very happy to see that, and very eager to see what it turns into the future. So no doubt a very quality ad there for Southwest Airlines with those services. And Orlando back to daily, of course, for June and July. So of course we'd love to see that. So Southwest continuing to maximize the seasonal demand of Orlando. Next up, we have Trip Crown 1 on the Boeing 737-800. This aircraft is going to be making a flight to Chicago's Midway today, which is up to 2 daily for the summer, which is awesome for June and July. So more frequencies. Obviously, great to see Chicago Midway continuing to thrive here during the summer months. So of course, we're never going to pass up an opportunity to see that. So very happy about the effort there. And then we also have this Boeing 737-800, and this aircraft is currently coming in from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be heading out to Phoenix, both of which are double daily this summer. So definitely nice to have that frequency, the Phoenix, be new for this summer, along with the frequency to Nashville also being new. So no shortage of opportunity. We absolutely love to see that, and they continue to maximize all the opportunities here at the Tulsa International Airport. So of course that's absolutely awesome. And of course, I'm not going to forget about Houston Hobby. How could I ever forget about Hobby? Here it is on the Boeing 737-800, which is currently docked up over here, waiting for the gate here on the overnight push. So no shortage of fun. Love to see that. And overall, Southwest Airlines awesomeness here. I think they're up, I think it was like 14%. We have several more 800s and MAX 8s compared to the past. So yeah, it's a big summer here for Southwest, and it's really exciting as they continue to expand their footprint here at the airport. And by the time this video comes out, we'll see what the winter months are looking like. So regardless of whatever the case is, it's still really important to maximize peak time here at TUL. That's exactly what Southwest Airlines is doing with this amazing operation over here. So 6 wonderful aircraft, love our 6 overnights, and they continue to expand the landscape one step at a time. So of course, we absolutely love to see that. United Airlines has also done the same. They have a loaded summer schedule here as well for the month of June 2025. This is, I believe, their record schedule, and I'll explain those frequencies as we talk about each aircraft. But as you can tell, we have some beautiful main lines here, which is, a core component, and we're really happy to see that. But we also have plenty of fun regional jets going on as well. So let's go ahead and get started. This United Embraer 175 is going to be making the flight up to Chicago today. Or sorry, excuse me, I'm that tripped up, excuse me. So the newest first part of this is that Houston is 3 overnights now, which is crazy. So there's an 8 p.m. arrival that now leaves at 5 a.m. So that is really exciting, and I'm super glad to see Houston continuing to grow in market share. For the month of June, it will have its record schedule with 8 daily flights, one of which is on that Boeing 737-900ER over there, which I just think is extremely impressive, and they've definitely done an amazing job. So this is the this is going to be the 8 a.m. departure, and they'll tow that over to the gate here momentarily, but that's certainly really cool to see, and they have not failed to continue to enhance the landscape there for United with their Chicago service. So of course you love to see that. And then if we pan over here to gate B10, we have this Boeing 737-900ER. Love to get the 739 in here. It's very impressive. So this aircraft's coming in from Houston George Bush as well. This one arrives at 10 o'clock, and then it bounces over and leaves at 7 in the morning. So very cool, right behind that 5 a.m. that you'll see over here at the gate in just a moment. So yeah, overall very cool. Just getting the overall view of the aircraft, and then we'll come back and talk about it a little bit more. Here's the Airbus A319 for United heading out to Denver. Very glad to have this back. That was a long drought from January to April. So month number 2, it's going strong. It's in the schedule every month. So I think we just ran into a little bit of a hiccup there. But nevertheless, I'm so glad to have it back. It's definitely a critical component, and we love our Denver main line. So over here going strong, gate B8. And then at B6, there's the 5 a.m. departure in United Embraer 175, and this aircraft, as you can guess, is heading out to Houston, George Bush at 5 in the morning, and this one arrives at 8. So the other one arrives at 11:15 at night and leaves at 9. So awesome to see those 3 overnights. So you might be wondering where the Chicago flight went. Well, I'll tell you about that. So here at gate B4, we have the Embraer 175 for United. This is our second overnight to Denver, of course, so comes in at 11:30 and leaves at 6 a.m. So they're loading him up, and he's going to be pushing back momentarily as well. But then we have the CRJ 550 back there heading out to Chicago O'Hare. So they re-optimized the entire network, and now Chicago is 4 daily services, which is so impressive, on top of the additional 2 daily flights to Houston for the summer, which is just incredible. So that particular flight, as you're seeing right there, it overnights, and then they re-optimized it to where we have a new Houston flight come in at 9:30 in the morning, and then that one leaves about the same time as the other one, the one that would overnight would, and it leaves at 10. And then we have the 4th daily flight, which comes in at 5:30 in the evening, does not overnight anymore, it goes back at 6:15. So much better fleet utilization. United is looking so strong over here. So yeah, 8 daily to Houston, 4 daily to Denver, 4 daily to Chicago. Very impressive. We will go back to 7th daily for for Houston next month, but still will be very impressive. And we will have that Airbus A319 in place of the 739. So still very good capacity, but for June, just incredible. This was definitely the record. So very happy to see this. There was no shortage of impressive operations here for United. And I'll get you a better lighting shot as well, and that tire's out on that too, so I need to fix that up real quick. So let me go ahead and move the table as we move to the A concourse, but United is extremely impressive here, and I'm certainly very happy to see the progress here for United Airlines. Alright everybody, welcome over here to the A concourse. We got a bunch going on, so let's not waste any further time and go ahead and get started. Starting with this Allegiant Air Airbus A320 heading over to Los Angeles today. This aircraft came in from Destin. Of course, they're all turns, but just want to get as many destinations as possible. So great to see 4 weekly services Destin this summer. That's awesome. And all the rest of our services are 2 weekly. So great to see that. We continue to enhance the landscape. And very exciting here as we continue to move forward in Allegiant's absolutely awesome. So love that Destin flight, and Los Angeles, Tampa, Orlando, and Las Vegas as well. So we continue to go strong with all of our services. Next, we have that American Eagle Embraer 175. This aircraft's currently coming in from Chicago O'Hare today, and now it's going to be making the flight today, heading on over to Phoenix. So great to see both those going strong, and Envoy's taking Phoenix this summer. So love to see that going very nice, and overall very happy to see that going strong as well. Next, we have our American Boeing 737-800 to Charlotte right here, A7. Looking very nice here on the 737-800. It looks like one of the Piedmont employees accidentally knocked over a cone back there, so I'll help him out. So yeah, looking very nice, and we absolutely love what American's doing here with their service to Charlotte. That's why I didn't get the cones properly over here on this aircraft. So yeah, love Charlotte. Is the double daily mainline. I can't forget to mention that. That is the very exciting part over here. American is about flat on capacity because of some Dallas re-optimization, but we do have the double daily Charlotte mainline. So next month, since it'll be a little quiet, or not as many changes, I will feature the 320 in here to get some variety. But it's the 737 on the overnight and the A320 during the day. So really happy about that. That is so cool, and looks like that's going to be continuing into the fall. So very happy with American's efforts, and they continue to build up TUL, and it's just been really exciting to watch, and I'm excited to see what they do next. They have really optimized it up, and you can't not love that. So thank you, American, for what you do. Absolutely awesome, and overall really love to see that. Now, unfortunately for our 3 Dallas overnights, we do have a 175 back there. We did lose some main lines, but that's because they really re-optimized the network and sent some of them over to Charlotte, as you just saw. So there are give and take, but again, capacity still flat, fortunately. If they would have had plus even 1 flight, that would have been nice, but I think technically we're about flat. So here's the 737-800. This is the first arrival from Dallas, arriving at 10 p.m. right there, looking very nice. And then the Embraer 175 arrives at about 11 p.m., so quite a departure from what we're used to, and it leaves at 5 a.m., which for the optimization of the network, I think looks pretty good, although I think a 319 here would have made more sense than in January when they did it. So, it's one of the trade-offs there, but fortunately it looks like in August we'll be seeing that 3rd mainline overnight returning, so can't complain about that. And then right here we have this Boeing 737-800, and this is the 11:45 p.m. arrival in from Dallas to the last one of the night. So we're still a part of all the banks, obviously, just losing a few seats there, as I would have loved to see a 319 right there. But hey, it happens to the best of us. We can't complain too much. So beggars can't be choosers. We did get the Charlotte double daily main line, so very happy about that. But overall, our Dallas operation over here is going really strong. And then the 175 tomorrow morning will be heading over to Los Angeles. So looking very nice to see all the progression there. And LAX continues to be a staple as well for Americans. So definitely love that. Next here at A8, we have this American Eagle Embraer 175. This aircraft's currently making the flight today, coming in from, I did mention Chicago. So now we're on to, let's see here, Washington Reagan National Airport. And now this aircraft's going to be heading over to, I think there's one more, but that might be it. So I might have to swing back around if I miss a route, but I think I got them all because there's another one on the taxiway. So yeah, going really strong for DCA there on the 175 this summer and some PSA 900s. So love that, and it continues to be an awesome staple here. And hopefully we'll see more frequencies in the future, but this route's definitely been improving regarding the load factor and so forth. So love that, and American continues to enhance their network here at TUL, which we love to see. And then for Delta, we'll have another one on the taxiway, but we got the Endeavor CRJ 900, which continues to fly in from New York to LaGuardia. This has been a really fun route to continue the feature, so I've been very happy about that. And it will continue to be a staple, so of course we love that. And we got the Boeing 717 coming in from Atlanta, 5 daily services. Going very strong. We'll see if they ever pivot off the 717, but from an Ab Geek perspective, I really can't complain. But from product perspective, hopefully one of the frequencies, we'll see it at some point. So can't force it, but definitely love to see it. But Delta, despite they are up for the summer with their LaGuardia flight, so that technically is increased capacity. So every airline besides American is flat or increased. So would have been awesome if American could have joined in on everybody, but you know, United really made up for it. I think they're up for the month of June like 25% or some insane number. In Southwest like 15, Delta probably 4, or no. Delta's probably more like 10. So certainly really exciting at the very least, and we love to see that. And Allegiant, I think, not up by much, but they are. And here's the Boeing 737 MAX, which does contribute to that. And this aircraft's heading over to Tampa today after coming in from Orlando, Sanford. So really glad to feature the Allegiant MAX. It is coming in some here in the month of June. It's just hit or miss. Allegiant just made it very strategic on where they're sending in during the summer months. But it is coming in some, so I thought I would go ahead and feature it. So love to see that, and you'll see this aircraft back in the fall quite a bit too. And then I'll try to get it in here probably, maybe even the next update too, just for variety's sake. But hey, we love it. We do have some general aviation going strong, like this PC-12, and this aircraft's taxiing out today, heading over to Ardmore, Oklahoma, after coming in from just a short flight over from Riverside, just a little reposition action there, so love that. Got this NetJets Challenger 300. This aircraft's taxiing out for Teterboro today, and this aircraft came in after a short flight from Amarillo, so nice flight there for the 300. Here's the Delta Embraer 175 from Salt Lake City, Utah, looking very strong. It appears, unfortunately, that we are going to lose the second daily flight on this, which I'm certainly bummed about. But if I had to pick some routes that need re-optimization, this one is one of them, as that midnight arrival, unfortunately, is just really tough for us to sustain. We weren't the only ones, though. Albuquerque, Idaho Falls, and I believe it was Pasco, Wyoming, also joined us with losing frequencies. So they definitely did a complete wipeout there at Salt Lake. But still very fortunate to have the one flight, and with how the banks work, it would be tough to align a second daily flight earlier in the day. So yeah, just wanted to get that off the chest. It's unfortunate, but that will be in September. So we still do have some months there with the midnight arrival, but now it's going to arrive. It's going to leave out of the 5 o'clock bake from Salt Lake and arrive at 9. So from that perspective, it works a little better, and who knows, it could come back, but it is unfortunate. Maybe they'll set us up to get a 319 on the overnight down the road. I would definitely love to see that, and I think it would be worth it if we can get there. We obviously have cargo going strong this summer, like this DHL 737 freighter, and this aircraft is currently coming in right now from Cincinnati, so looking very nice and overall really strong. And maybe Delta will start Salt Lake as a result of that cut, or sorry, Minneapolis, who knows, but it's a bummer, but I'm definitely glad to have Salt Lake. Most airports of our size don't, so we got to be fortunate that we do have it. Next, we have this Republic Embraer 175, and this aircraft's coming in from New York LaGuardia, and now it's going to be heading over to the great airport of Miami. So great news here for American. Once again, they just continue to get great news. I also forgot to mention that Chicago is going to be going to 4 daily in August, which is super exciting. So yeah, we'll talk more about it, and I'll make a separate video this summer going into what to expect for the fall. But yeah, speaking of Republic, so Miami is daily this summer. Unfortunately, they pulled off August, so I'm a little bummed about that. So we do lose capacity there, but fortunately we get it back for Chicago. And hopefully we'll get some more Dallas mainline as well. They are about to update the schedules the day I'm filming this, so I'll put an insert here if I remember. Probably won't, but I'm going to try, of what's going on here at this current moment. But anyway, regardless of the case, the second daily flight to LaGuardia was added. I was certainly I'm not completely surprised because it is a really, really high performer, but it did happen pretty soon. It didn't even make it 2 years before they, or yeah, okay, it did make it 2 years. It didn't even make it 3 years before another flight was added there. So American continues to reoptimize LaGuardia. Feel bad for all the cities that lost that service, including Omaha, which is a good market. So good markets do lose routes. Don't. One major note during Air service is good cities can lose routes. It's not impossible, and it's unfortunate when it happens, but fortunately TUL continues to mainly have great news, and that's definitely great news there with that LaGuardia flight. So more, I hopefully put more in the clip there, but nevertheless, more coming up here in just a little bit. And then lastly, we have our cargoes, our normal cargoes to finish it out. FedEx 757 arriving from Wichita, or sorry, going to Wichita after arriving from Memphis. UPS Airbus A300 freighter coming in from Louisville and doing the turnaround, and I hope to get the cargo ramp back in action soon, everybody. And then lastly, we have the FedEx Boeing 757-300 freighter coming in from Memphis as well. And we'll be heading back out there here in just a little bit, but I definitely hope to get the GA ramp and all of our ramps, and definitely want to do an Air National Guard ramp too at some point. But my main goal is to stay afloat and not to have to delay videos. But yeah, that is Tulsa for June 2025. There's a bunch going on, and I'll make a separate video at some point encompassing the scope, because if I talked about it all here, this video would be too long, and during this lighting, I need to get the July and August updates filmed. So anyway, it's really exciting with what's going on here. We definitely have some exciting movements and more exciting developments here to come very soon. So definitely stay on the lookout for those as we continue to grow. But it's a record month. It is really exciting. Hopefully that's reflected by the passenger numbers, and obviously that moves into July and August. We still do have a bunch going on. July will be quite a bit of the same. There will be just a couple of changes, so you'll see those. And then in August, we'll have some pretty big changes. So excited for those, despite the Salt Lake City deal. That's really a big one that we're gonna lose. So probably the biggest one that we've lost, excluding the Allegiant LAX, but the Delta Salt Lake one definitely, unfortunately, is probably our biggest loss as of late. But what can you do about it? Maybe we'll set up for a 319 down the road, but hopefully it'll go back in the right direction. But excluding that, TUL has done really good. So excited for what's to come, and I hope all of you are excited for it as well. But nevertheless, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do. My name's CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.